Hi guys, so here I'm Rory here, co-founder of Sublime Trading, here with an update on the US and UK indices for Monday, the 24th of August. Alright guys, hope you're well, hope you had an excellent weekend. It's been a while since I've done one of these updates, and that's for a very good reason. Price has been in a little bit of a consolidation as we move through the summer months, July, August. Generally the markets tend to go a little bit quiet. The volume tends to drop off, people move away from their desks, institutional traders move away from their desks, so markets tend to pull back and consolidate. But having said that, we saw some very interesting moves at the end of play on Friday last week. So starting with the S&P 500, we saw price print a new all-time high. That means price has broken and closed above the previous all-time high of February, suggesting potentially a continuation of the bullish trend. Now this was always likely to happen because the trend has been bullish since the recovery from COVID-19 in March, but seeing a new all-time high being printed in August wasn't really what we were expecting. We thought the market may consolidate a little bit further, but we did see a new all-time high printed on Friday. Now it wasn't the most convincing of all-time highs, so potentially price could still pull back and go back into consolidation, but there's always a chance that price could now start pushing to new all-time highs. Moving to the Nasdaq also created a new all-time high on Friday, and well, the Dow Jones, it's finding support at the high of June, so it's broken out above the high of June, it's pulled back, it's finding support, so the next breakout above the high of August will suggest a continuation. So all in all, we're seeing some really interesting moves in the US market, and that's causing stocks that we're in to break out and push to new highs. Stocks like Nvidia, which you guys should all be very aware of because I've mentioned it before. It may have even appeared on your scanners, but it's now trading above $500. We've had positions running in that since over $300, so it's doing really well for us. Looking at the S&P 500 mini, we're seeing bullishness already at the start of the week, so potentially we could see a gap up at the start of the open today, which would be a really strong sign of a continuation to the upside. So really keep an eye out on the open today to see what happens. But remember, as always, it's really the end of day price that counts the most, because we could see a gap up at the open and then the market could reverse and fill the gap. It's the bigger picture that we're looking at. We want to see a convincing bullishness on the S&P 500 in particular towards that 4,000 round number. So in summary guys, we continue to remain bullish, and we will remain bullish for as long as the trend continues to break out and create new all-time highs. We will remain aligned with the indices, and this is what you must always do. Now in recent days, I've been blocked by a couple of people on LinkedIn, and that's because I was challenging what they were saying. These were people with significant following. You could see from the likes and the interaction on their post that these guys had a significant following, and all I simply said was, how can you consider this a topping point? So the S&P 500 and Nasdaq, these guys had claimed had reached the top and we should expect a reversal. I've read a similar post on gold, how gold is at a topping point and we can expect gold to drop to $1,700, even $1,500. Absolutely ludicrous, guys. Price is always the number one indicator, and that is the direction you always want to go in. So let's get into the charts, guys. If you're not going to hang around for the charts, then have an excellent day. If you are, I'll see you in the next section.
So guys, this is my 3-screen setup. I have the monthly in the top left, weekly in the top right, and the daily chart down here across the bottom. First chart we look at is the S&P 500. We can look at the monthly time frame. We can see overall it is bullish. If you look at the month of August, we've had a good August, price pushing further to the upside. It's trading above the high of last year. Now what we want to see is a convincing break and close above the high of February to suggest a continuation. Once we do get that, let me just open up the monthly time frame. What we then want to see is price move towards that 4,000 round number. So plenty of upside potential in the S&P 500. Okay, if we move to the weekly time frame, price above the 200 moving average, so there's a bullish bias, and the trend filter is green, confirming we have a bullish trend in play. And if we come down to the daily time frame, price above the 200 moving average, also confirming a bullish bias. Our trend filter is green, confirming a bullish trend is in play. So we have alignments between the weekly and the daily time frame. Both of them are moving in the same direction. If I just open up the daily time frame, and if I just get a horizontal ray and just highlight the current all-time high. We can see that price is closed, you can't see it very clearly, but price closed just above it, but not very convincingly. What we want to see is a good bullish bar above this previous all-time high to confirm that this is now support, and we then want to see price, as already mentioned, push towards that 4,000 round number. But currently the S&P 500 is really looking to push to new all-time highs. Very exciting times on the S&P 500 in the stock market. If that happens, then we can expect stocks that we're in to continue pushing to those highs. Moving across to the Nasdaq, well, we know Nasdaq is very much leading the way, very bullish above that 11,000 round number. Want to see price move towards 12,000, 13,000 and so on. On the weekly, price above the 200 moving average, the trend filter is green, and on the daily time frame, price above the 200 and the 20 simple moving averages, the trend filter is green. If I just open up the daily time frame, we can see Thursday and Friday both bullish days, and this is now looking to push up to further highs. So very good looking bullish environment on the Nasdaq. On the Dow Jones, we know the Dow Jones have been lagging behind. On the monthly, we can see overall it is bullish. It's trading below the low of, trading below the high of last year, which is currently resistance, but August looking strong. We want to see a break and close above this high of last year to suggest a continuation towards the current all-time high. On the weekly, price above the 200 moving average, the trend filter is green, and on the daily, price above the 200 and the 20 simple moving averages, the trend filter is green. If I just open this up, we can see we had a move to the upside, a pullback to retest this area, which is the high of June, as support, and we've had a bounce off it. So breaking the close above the high of August, the current high of August, will suggest a continuation. Moving to the S&P 500 mini, if I just open that up, we can see today is looking bullish. The pre-market action is suggesting further bullishness, and if we look at where the high of February is, we can see that today's price action is trading above this previous area of resistance, which is now support. So potentially, if we get close above this level, then we're likely to see further strength to the upside. Moving to the Ftse, not much change on the Ftse. August is looking bullish, but still inside this area of consolidation. On the weekly, price is below the 200 moving average, the trend filter is red, and on the daily time frame, price is below the 200 moving average, the trend filter alternating between green and red as price continues to remain inside this consolidation. So with the S&P 500 moving up, we want to see bullishness on the Ftse. We want to see the high of June taken out and the daily 200 moving average taken out, and then further strength to the upside. So the Ftse 100 very much lagging behind the US market, but that tends to happen with the US market now showing bullishness. We can expect the UK market to follow, particularly the stocks that we're in that I've already mentioned. So good times ahead, guys. If we do get these breakouts, now is the time to be acting and looking to build this portfolio that I mentioned. If you miss this opportunity, you will end up potentially regretting this, because there is no better time now to get involved and start building a solid investment portfolio. Please like, comment and share. Let's get people understanding how to use the indices correctly to build a solid investment portfolio. And I'll be back with another update later in the week.